right in. Let the music pull you in. You can jump right in. Or lose yourself again. At the southern wind sings again and not a lullaby. Southern wind sings again and not a lullaby. Not a lullaby.
Superstar Country B103. Boys basketball coming your way here tonight on Superstar Country B103. We can catch us on YouTube at B103 Radio KBWS and on the 605 app. Josh Dickin with you for tonight's matchup. We're in Summit tonight as the Redmond boys have traveled here to Summit, take on the Waubay Summit Mustangs. Both these teams sitting at 3-3 on the season. Redmond playing their last game on Thursday, January 8th against Tri-State North Dakota, able to come out with a win 55-43. Kind of skeptical, not the way they wanted to end, turn the ball over, but we're able to get a win. So far for the Redmond this year, it's kind of been a back and forth. They lost to Sioux Valley, they beat Mobridge Pollock, they lost to Groton, they beat Richland, they lost a close one to Parks, and they played 30 minutes of good basketball, and the last couple minutes got away from Parks and able to get a win in their own classic 64-58, and then that win against Tri-State last week. So kind of been back and forth. The Redmond sitting at 500, as I mentioned. So is Waubay Summit, 3-3 on the season. They lost to Castlewood, then they rattle off 3 wins in a row against Florence Henry, Webster, and Tri-State. Lost a close one to Leola Frederick, kind of a similar situation to I would compare it to our Parkston game that the boys played, where they played a really good ball game pretty much for about 30-31 minutes and just a couple mistakes at the end, and Leola Frederick was able to beat them 49-48, and then they lost to Aberdeen Christian 75-48 this past Saturday. You're listening to the First Call Auto Parts Napa pregame here on Superstar Country B103. We'll take a break. Back in 2 minutes on Superstar Country B103.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986. Text scams continue to rise, and victims who have lost money to these scams continues to increase. Consumers cannot rely on a text message to be truthful. If you receive a message regarding a fine for missing jury duty or utilities being shut off for non-payment, toll road fines, or you've won a sweepstakes, these are scams designed with an urgency and the need to send money now. Do not respond to these texts, and you should contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986. That's 800-300-1986 for the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division.
Teamwork makes all the difference on the field and in your financial future. Kelsch, Crees & Associates in Sisseton is proud to support our Redmond athletes. Whether it's tax preparation, accounting, or financial planning, their experienced team works hard to give you the guidance and confidence you need. Just like our student athletes, they know success comes from preparation and dedication. Kelsch, Crees & Associates in Sisseton, proud supporters of Redmond sports and proud to be a part of this great community.
Lewis Family Drug is your one-stop location. In addition to quality prescription and non-prescription drugs with free delivery, Lewis has a huge selection of everyday basics and name brands and specialty items, always at affordable prices. They carry seasonal items, fabrics, crafts, and groceries. Shopping at your local Lewis Drug is more simple and more rewarding than ever. Download the Lewis mobile app to add on-the-go convenience to your errands. Lewis Family Drug. Everyday savings close to home.
Superstar Country B103. You're listening to the First Call Auto Parts Napa pregame. Also streaming online on YouTube at B103 Radio KBWS. Tonight's game is made even more exciting thanks to Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union in Sisseton. For every 3-point shot made by either team, Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union will donate $5 to the Country Tractor Run. Lake Traverse Animal Rescue's last one. They'll donate $5 to the Country Tractor Run. It's a fantastic way to support local youth sports while enjoying tonight's action on the court. So every time a player sinks a three-pointer, remember, it's not just points on the board, but a donation to help our young athletes. Let's see those threes fly and support a great cause. We're going to take another break for the national anthem here in Summit. We'll take a break back in 3 minutes on Superstar Country B103.
Traverse Electric Cooperative has been powering our rural tri-state area for generations, and now their commitment goes beyond reliable, affordable electricity. They're here with professional electrician services too. From installations and repairs to maintenance, Traverse Electric's licensed and bonded team is ready for your residential, commercial, ag, generator installs, and new building projects. Quality service, hometown values, and a team you can trust. Call Traverse Electric Cooperative today, working together to keep our communities connected.
Dakota Connection C-Store. On your way to the game or coming home from the game, stop at Dakota Connection C-Store for the snacks and drinks everyone wants. And you can top off the tank. Dakota Connection C-Store. Open 8 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week. Friendly smiles and everything you need to make your trip a great memory. Dakota Connection C-Store. Hoping that all of our area teams have a great season.
Dakota Connection.
Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union believes in people helping people. That means putting you first. As your local community-based credit union, they're here to serve your financial needs with personal service and trusted solutions. Visit the newly remodeled office, use the 24-hour ATM, swing by the drive-up window, or stop inside during business hours. Whatever works for you, Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union is here to help. Call or visit today and see how they can improve your financial future. Because at Coteau Valley, you're more than a customer, you're family. Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union, local, trusted, here for you.
Need custom gear? Visit 605 Design and Apparel on Veterans Avenue. They specialize in unique logos and designs with direct transfers and embroidery on t-shirts, hoodies, caps, and have a great selection of Sisseton Redmond apparel in store. Whether it's for your business, school, sports team, family reunion, or party, they'll personalize it with a quick turnaround. For standout designs and speedy service, choose 605 Design and Apparel in Sisseton. Check them out on Facebook today.
The Sisseton Courier does more than the weekly newspaper. They're a high-quality design, custom print service, and office supplies provider. With their wide-format printers, they can print up canvas prints, posters, and banners. They can also design cards like Save the Date, invitations to any occasion, Christmas cards, full-color envelopes, raffle tickets, scratch pads, and much more. No job is too big or too small, and they will beat the price of their competitors, or at least match it. For a quote on pricing and more information, give them a call or stop in to the Sisseton Courier.
Cameron Law Office is a general practice law firm in Roberts County that provides legal services in Northeast and South Dakota since 1931. Attorney Aaron Cameron is proud to support all Sisseton Redmond sports. Thank you for your dedication and hard work this year. Cameron Law is proud of all players, coaches, and parents of all teams. Good luck, Redmond, in the game tonight. Cameron Law in Sisseton.
Superstar Country B103. Let's go through your 605 design starting lineups. First for the Waubay Summit Mustangs, they will start like this. At a guard, a 5'10 sophomore, Jace Wallaber. At another guard, a 6'3 junior, Evan Aker. At center, a 6'7 sophomore, Hogan Lavacek. At a guard, a 6'2 senior, Tegan Gaikowski, and a forward, a 6'3 senior, Newton Campbell. Coming off the bench for the Mustangs will be Cash Gaikowski, Zane Strang, Dominic Hopkins, Lincoln Kanji, Bentley Mogg, McCoy Paraboom, Cooper Epson, and Trip Gaikowski. Assistant coach is Steve Aker. Head coach is Mark Amdahl. For the Redmen, they will start like this tonight. At guard, a 5'10 junior, Levi Nelson. At another guard, a 5'9 senior, Carter Stickland. At guard, a 6'1 sophomore, Brett Hansen. At forward, a 6'1 senior, Bryant Brown. And at forward, a 6'3 sophomore Derek Flute. Coming off the bench for the Redmen will be Jeremiah Perez, Josh Janelle, Luke Nielsen, Kenny German, Jeremiah Ham, Jackson Wagner, Carter Deitch, Kester Streben, Drake Haug, and Sparrow Eagleman. Assistant coaches are Wade Beflin, Trent Beslin. Head coach is Jared Gross. The Law on the Court is brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Tonight's officials are Doug Rusink, Greg DeSpigler, and Brian Gaikowski. Redmond set to tip off. Lavacek and Flute standing at the line. Tip is up and controlled. Got a little bit of an angle for you folks watching at home tonight in the corner of the gym here. And things will get started with the ball in the Mustangs' hands. Ball being rotated around the perimeter here. Man-to-man defense. A nice little move right there, sweeping down the lane is going to be Jace Wallaber. 2 points for him. Coming around the screen, got right down the lane. Flute will fire up a three. That's good. Derek Flute knocking down an early three here. Coach Amdahl a little frustrated. That was one of the things he talked about before the game, that he wants to stop the Redmen from shooting threes, and Flute, one of the more one of the shooters on the team, and gets the first one to go. Shot there is taken, and I believe that was actually Lavacek. Lavacek averaging a double-double, 14 points, 12 rebounds. Ball up here to Stickland, over to Flute. Flute, he's got Lavacek on him. Flute back over to Hansen. Hansen, little jumper from the free throw line is off the mark, no good. One and done, rebounded in there by the Mustangs. 6:46 to go, 4-3 early going here. Waubay Summit on top, running through a play here, and they got it to go. Running through, Redmond lost the defender there, and 2 points in the ball game for Newton. So three different players to score here, 6-3, Waubay Summit. Back up on top to Hansen. Hansen back over into the corner to Stickland. He's going to fire up a three out the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Lavacek. 6:18 to go, 3-point lead for the Mustangs. Wallaber brings it down the floor, dishes it off to Campbell. Back to the right wing, over to Aker. Little turnaround spin move, shot is up, no good, and it's going to be last touched by, they're going to say by the Mustangs, so it'll be Redmond basketball. Going to possibly get a little token full court. Looks like they're just going to stay on Carter full length and instead, so they have Nelson will bring the ball down the floor here for the Redmen. 5:56 to go. 6-3 is the score on your Stilson Service scoreboard. Mustangs on top. Flute, top of the key, thought about the shot. Now gets it back over to Hansen. Hansen back in the corner to Stickland. Now he's going to try to drive baseline up off the glass. Can't get it to go. Rebound in there, taken out by Tegan Gaikowski. Gaikowski over to the right there, guarded, getting it over to Aker. Aker has almost lost the ball, almost stolen by Nelson. Now he's trying to attack the bucket, dribbling through. His shot is contested by Flute, and it's pulled down out of there. Rebound by Nelson. Nelson looking to push. Back over to Flute. He'll fire up a long three off the mark, back into the corner. Brown trying to save it. He does, but it's right into the hands of the Mustangs and Campbell. Campbell was going to push it. Now he'll slow it back down there. He might have been able to push with a couple of Redmen in the corner there, but they slow it down. Still a 3-point lead for the Mustangs with 5:03 to go. A little jumper from Wallaber. 2 more points for him. 4 points in the ball game. It's a 5-point lead for the Mustangs, and Coach Gross wants to talk about it. Dakota Bank timeout called by Coach Gross. We'll break back in 30 seconds on Superstar Country B103.
When winter hits, your vehicle needs to be ready. First Call Auto, your Napa Auto Parts stores in Sisseton, Webster, and Wheaton, has everything you need for safe winter driving. From batteries, wiper blades, and ice melts to antifreeze, winter oil, heaters, and emergency kits, they've got you covered. Stop in today and let the experts at First Call Auto Parts Napa help you get your ride winter ready. First Call Auto Parts Napa in Sisseton, Webster, and Wheaton.
Coach Gross calling a Dakota Bank timeout here to talk things over. His team trailing 5 points right now, 8-3, 4:55 to go. Brian Brown out of the ball game. Josh Donnell back playing again. He was out last week in the last game. He had out with a concussion, cleared the protocol, so he's back playing again tonight. Flute got it back, and it's tipped. Is it going to say no? Just thought maybe he tipped it, but Flute just kind of ends up throwing it out of bounds. So a turnover on the Redmen there. Lavacek will bring it down the floor here for the Mustangs. He dishes it off that left wing over to Gaikowski. That's Teagan. And we're going to get a foul called. Lavacek. Drawing a foul is Flute. That'll be his first foul of the ball game here for either team. Get the ball inbounded and just over the fingertips of Nelson. Back over to Wallaber. Right wing, and Lavacek getting by and going to the rack. Lavacek with 2 more points into the ball game. Up ahead, Redmond come the other way with Hansen. Brett getting into the paint, trying to draw some contact. He does. He's going to shoot 2 free throws. Nope, they're going to say on the ground. Fall is, that's going to be on Lavacek, his first. So each team with 1 foul. Hansen gets it into the corner to Stickland. Back out on top to Nelson. Nelson back over to Flute. Flute back to Donnell. Rotates around the perimeter here. Back to Stickland. Will fire up a 3. That one's good. 3-pointer from Stickland, that's $5. A donation from Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union to the Country Tractor Run. It's 10-6. 3:50 to go here in the first quarter. Pass is stolen away, knocked away by Stickland, grabbed out of there by Nelson. Up ahead to Donnell. Donnell out on the right wing, spread the floor out there. Redmond had a chance kind of to attack, but they did not. Stickland thought about the 3. Now he'll try to get in the lane. Bounce pass over to Flute. No look out to Hansen. His 3-pointer off the mark, but it's actually going to be out of bounds on Wallaber. Hansen airballed it, but Wallaber wasn't really ready for it. Ends up going out of bounds on him. Redmond will inbound it. We'll get a substitution. Lincoln Kanji will come into the ball game, the 5'10 senior. Coming out will be Teagan Gaikowski. Also coming into the ball game is going to be Trip Gaikowski, the 6-foot senior. Going out is Aker. Inbound comes out on top to Stickland, to Nelson. Nelson back over. No, he's going to dribble down the lane. Gets it back into the corner. Stickland's 3 is up. That one's good. Another 3 from the corner. Another $5 from Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union to the Country Tractor Run. It is a 1-point game here. Waubay Summit on top, 10-9, 3:09 to go in the first quarter. Pass out on top to Lavacek, dribbling through some traffic, and he is going to get it to go. Another 2 points for Lavacek. He's a handful. He's a scorer. He's just an all-around good player. And for a 6'7 sophomore, Flute trying to dribble down, now back over. Flute looking for someone to pass it to. Now he'll just shoot it from the free throw line. Up, no good. And the ball is going to be last touched, and they're going to say last touched by Waubay Summit. So it'll be Redmond basketball underneath their own hoop here. Hansen set to inbound here. Get the pass out there, and it's stolen away. Tried to get it into the corner to Flute, but Lavacek right there. And Lavacek doing it all on both ends of the floor here. Little mismatch down below. Lavacek has got a mismatch with Stickland. Him and Flute switch, and that's an easy 2 points for Lavacek. 8 points in the ball game for Lavacek. And we're going to get a foul called on the floor there on the Mustangs. Substitution. Bryant's going to come in to the ball game. Brown comes in. Brett's going out. Foul is going to be on Trip Gaikowski. It's his first, team's second. 14-9 is your score on the Stilson Service scoreboard. Passes out here to Nelson. Nelson's got it at the top of the key. Back to Stickland. Will fire up another 3 off the mark. That one's no good. And Nelson had it for just a second, but tipped away. Now they get it over to the right side. Bringing it down the floor here for the Mustangs is Campbell. Wallaber dribbles down, stops, almost traveled. The pass goes right into Stickland, or into Bryant's hands, up ahead to Stickland to Donnell. Donnell back into the corner to Flute. 14-9. Mustangs on top. Back over to Stickland to Donnell. Going to get a screen up on the top. Back over. Stickland fires up the three-pointer, and he is going to be fouled. Shot is no good, but he'll head to the free throw line for three. Redmond, all 3 buckets are three-pointers. The country tractor run appreciates that. $15 total. First free throws actually of the game here between either squad. Minute 42 into this one. 3 team fouls for the Mustangs. Free throw from Stickland is up. First one is good. Redmond with 1 team foul here in this first quarter. Waubay Summit with 3. Second free throw on the way here from Stickland is up. That one's good. Substitution. Aker back into the ball game. Campbell going to get a breather. Stickland with his last free throw attempt here coming. He was fouled on that 3-point shot. Free throw is good. Knocks them all down. 9 points in the ball game for him. Redmond trail by 2, 14-12 with a minute 39 to go here in this first quarter. Wallaber just sit over the left wing to Kanji. Kanji back left side over into the hands of Trip Gaikowski. Lots of Gaikowskis, obviously a well-known name around the Waubay area. Wallaber with a little jump shot off to the right's up. No good. Rebounded by Donnell. Donnell into the hands of Stickland. He looks ahead, and right there, going to pick it off. Coming around was Kanji. Tried to push it down. Kanji read it like a safety coming across the field. Knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Redmond basketball. Substitution. Tegan Gaikowski's back in. Also coming in is McCoy Paraboom. Coming out of the ball game is going to be Wallaber. Redmond basketball. Stickland with the basketball at the top of the key on the inbound. Back over to Flute. Flute going to fire up a 3 air ball. Nope. Yeah, it nicked the rim. You can tell from where we're sitting. We have a good look here sitting in the corner. Didn't hit anything. Minute to play here. Waubay Summit on top by 2. 3-pointer right wing, and no good. Paraboom was knocking them down in the JV game. Misses his first one. Nelson with the ball here. Gets it to Flute. Flute. Back over to Stickland. Back to Flute. Flute dribbles down the lane. Back over to Stickland. He'll fire up another 3. Off the mark. Rebounded inside there. Taken away by Gaikowski. Coming the other way is going to be Tegan. Coach Amdahl looking to take the last shot here. Literally a half a second separating shot clock and game clock. Levi Nelson up there trying to put some pressure on the ball. There is no more 5-second call now in high school ball unless you have stopped. So even if you're being guarded, that doesn't exist. It's when you pick it up, there is a 5-second call. 10 seconds on the clock. Look to get it to Lavacek. No, they get it down the lane. Shot is up, no good, but he stepped out of bounds. It's actually, it was missed by Tegan Gaikowski, but after it was tipped around, got his own rebound, but he was stepping out of bounds. So Flute will check out. Back in the ball game is Hansen here. Also checking into the ball game is going to be Ebsen. Lavacek will check out. Both coaches trying to get some minutes or some extra seconds rest time here for the 2 big kids. They get it into Levi. Levi trying to get it down. Back over Stickland. 3-pointer at the buzzer. No, off the back of the rim. And that's the end of one. 14-12. Waubay Summit on top. We'll break back in 1 minute on Superstar Country B103.
Headed out on the road or to the big game? Stop by Stilson Service in Sisseton. Fuel up with top quality Marathon gasoline. Grab your game day snacks, hot coffee or a quick bite, and stock the cooler with ice cold drinks. Hitting the lake, Stilson Service has live bait and fishing supplies too. Locally owned and proud to support our Sisseton Redmond athletes because teamwork and community go hand in hand. Stilson Service, Highway 10, Sisseton. Your one stop for gas, gear, and good times.
At Dakota Bank, we're proud to be a state-chartered bank with the flexibility to meet your needs and the heart to invest where it matters most, right here at home. Through our Give Where We Live initiative, we're committed to making a positive impact in the communities we serve. From banking and insurance to mortgage and trust services, Dakota Bank is here for customers who value strong, lasting financial relationships, and as always, we're proud to supporters of high school sports. Best of luck to all teams. We're cheering you on.
Superstar Country, B103, streaming online on YouTube, B103 Radio, KBWS. Redmond basketball as we start this second quarter here with Nelson, Flute, Stickland, Donnell, and Hanson all on the floor here for the Redmond. Nelson back over to Flute. Lavacek back into the ball game as well. Hanson back to Stickland. Back right wing to Nelson. Nelson getting it over to Donnell. Donnell right wing to Flute. Down low to Hanson. Hanson going to try to step through, going through a little contact there. Misses the shot. Rebound in there. Cleared out by Aker. He'll come the other way. Aker in there. Lavacek is back in there. Wallaber's in there. And is that a turnover? I think it is. Turnover on Waubay Summit. 7:23 to go here in the second quarter on the Stilson Service scoreboard. 2-point game here right now. Waubay Summit up by 2. They get it over to Flute. Flute will fire up a three-pointer, top of the key, off the mark, no good. Rebounded in the corner there, stripped away, and it's going to say last touch there. Hit the mark there. Both Hanson and Stickland went into the corner. I think it was Hanson that knocked it away from Campbell, but it ends up touching out of bounds. So it'll be Waubay Summit basketball. Wallaber bringing it down the floor here for the Mustangs. Bounce pass to Lavacek, back over to Wallaber. Little skip back over Paraboom, and he knocks that one down. As I mentioned, Paraboom can hit him. He was hitting them. He had 3 or 4 in the JV game. He's got his first one here. That's $5. And we're going to get a foul on the floor. Nice job getting to the basket by Brett. Hanson able to dribble in there. As I mentioned, $5 more from Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union to Country Tractor Run. It's Redmond basketball. They trail by 5, 6:45 to go in the second. It's Hanson with the ball. Inbounding out to, looks like trying to get it out there was Nelson, but right there where Wallaber to knock it out. They'll say last touch, and it'll be on the side there. So Horse will take that right there. Get the ball inbounded. Horse the official, Doug Rusing, kind enough to share some candy before the game with Kelly and I sitting over here in the corner. A little crossover by Hanson. Kicks it to the corner. 3-point shot by Nelson, and that one is airball. Right there to grab it was Tegan Gaikowski, knocked out of bounds by the Redmond. It'll stay with the Mustangs here. Inbounding is going to be Aker. 6:28 to go in the second. 5-point lead for Waubay Summit. Game being played in Summit here tonight. Pass over to the right to Paraboom. Dribbling by, trying to get to the basket. Good defense by Hanson, recovering there. Back to the top to Wallaber. Left wing back to Tegan. Tegan lost control of it. Now he was trying to get it back to Wallaber. Wallaber at the top. 6 minutes to go. He gets a screen, but he picked his dribble up. 9 seconds to go. A little up and underneath. Kind of got lost and not a real great shot. Back over to Stickland, dribbling through the lane. His shot up off the glass, can't get it to go. Wallaber brings it back down the floor here. Stickland had a good look, just couldn't finish. Out on top. Stickland tried to get a steal there, but it didn't pay off. Now can they get back to recover? Wallaber back over to, ball is knocked away. It's going to actually come away with a steal. Ends up making the grab is Donnell. Bounce pass over to Hanson. Back over. Stickland three-pointer is up. That one's good. Another $5 bill from Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union to the Country Tractor Run. And a timeout's going to be called by Coach Amdahl. It's a Dakota Bank timeout. We'll break back in 30 seconds on Superstar Country B103.
Redmond fans, when life gives your car a tough break, count on Thielen Auto Body in Sisseton to get you back in the game. From dings and dents to full collision repair, Thielen's experienced crew delivers top-notch workmanship with hometown service you can trust. Just like our Redmen, they know the value of teamwork and doing the job right. Thielen Auto Body Shop in Sisseton, proud to stand behind the Sisseton Redmen and proud to keep you rolling strong all season long.
Superstar Country B103, also streaming online on YouTube, B103 Radio, KBWS. Want to thank our streaming sponsors, Investment Centers of America, Sisseton Livestock, Edgewood Vista, SW Health and Fitness, Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union. Stickland knocking down that three, his third three of the ball game. 12 points, including those 3 free throws, leading score here for the Redmen. Flute, the other player to score. All the points coming so far, and a steal by Hansen. Hansen trying to get coast to coast off the steal and turning defense into points at the other end is Brett Hansen for his first 2 of the ball game. It's a tie ball game. 17-17 on your Stilson service scoreboard. Ball is knocked away there, pulled away. Trying to drive was Aker, knocked out of the bounds. 4:51 to go on here in the second quarter. 17-17 on your Stilson service scoreboard. Inbounding underneath is Waubay. Waubay and looking for Lavacek, and the pass is coming. It wasn't Lavacek. It was trying to get it into the hands of Campbell. It's knocked out of bounds. They'll do it again from the other side of the lane. Players getting tangled up there, and the ball is stolen by Stickland. Stickland back up to Donnell. Over to Nelson. Nelson up to head to Hansen. Nelson back over to Flute. Flute back over to Stickland. Into the corner to Nelson. Nelson back over to Donnell. 3-pointer from Flute is up. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Nelson. I'm not sure they're going to call a foul, but from where I'm sitting, that was just a clean rebound. Rebound just came out long. So, but they will call Levi Nelson with the foul. His first, team's first of this quarter. I don't want to talk about it because it's usually when the tide turns. It's been fairly clean, but also, you tend to have better quarters in the first. Little Wahlberg with his shot is up, no good. Stickland will get the rebound. He was trying to attack Stickland down low. He missed the shot down low. Stickland was right there for the rebound. Back over to Flute. Flute on the left wing. Back to Nelson. Nelson will look for someone to pass it to. He gets it over to Donnell. Back over. Nelson dribbling down the lane. We're going to get a foul called, and they're going to say it's on the ground. Foul is going to be called on Trip Gaikowski. That's going to be his second. Kanji back into the ball game, and so is Strang. First minutes for 5'8" Strang here tonight. Paraboom comes out, so does Wahlberg. 3:53 to go here. 17-17, Redmond with the ball underneath their own hoop. Ball goes into Flute. Flute over here on this left wing, over in the corner. Back to Donnell. Donnell pulls it back over to Stickland. Stickland out there will get a screen. Now he'll try to cross over back to Flute. Little backdoor cut. Nothing there, though. They were trying to look there. Levi trying to attack, and now we get called for a travel. Just kind of drug his pivot foot there, and we'll get called for the travel. Been stuck on 17-17 here for a little while. 3:34 to go. Substitution come. Bryant Brown coming into the ball game, and Nelson will get a breather. And actually, that last foul was it was actually on Paraboom. It was not on Gaikowski for the Mustangs. Lavacek, 8 points in the ball game for him. Back over is Campbell. Campbell dribbling across the perimeter around to the outside to Kanji. Kanji has it stolen. Hansen going to come up with another steal, and he'll put it up off the glass. Another steal, another 2 points for Hansen. Good defense up top, and the Redmen take the lead for the first time tonight. 19-17 with 3:05 to go in the second. Pass goes down to Lavacek. Out on top, almost lost it. Now back over to the right wing. Wide open look. Shot is up, no good. Lavacek in there, and they're going to get a foul and a bucket here as Lavacek puts it in for 2. He's going to be fouled by Brown. And you can't coach and teach. So you can't teach size. It's just you got a 6'7" kid down there. Tough to contend with, and it looks like Kanji got poked. He's going to have to come out of the ball game. Back in is Tegan Gaikowski. Lavacek, chance to take the lead. He's got double figures already. 10 points for him. Free throw on the way. It's up. That one's good. So a 1 point lead back for the Mustangs. 2:52 to go in the second quarter. 2019. Stickland back over to Hansen, right wing into the corner to Donnell. Trying to get it down low to Brown. Brown looking for someone to pass it to. Flute has it, guarded by Lavacek, and a lazy pass out to the top. Fighting to go the other way. It's the steal. Little spin move down there. Shot is up, no good. Tipped around and going to be last touched by Waubay Summit. Campbell got a steal from a lazy pass up on top. Brett did his best to go back and defend it. He had a nice spin move, couldn't finish. Brett just get enough to box out, and it was last touched by Waubay Summit. So it'll be Stickland bringing it down the floor here for the Redmen. His team trailing by 1. 2:24 to go here in the first half. Donnell, spin move to Hansen. Hansen stops, little step through. Brett, shot is up, no good. Had a good look, good step through, just couldn't finish. Here comes Tegan Gaikowski, back to Lavacek. Little spin move, and we're going to get a foul called, a reach in. They'll call it on Stickland. His first. Nelson going to come out of the ball game, come into the ball game. Brett going to come out. Hansen will get a breather. 2 of 4 to go here in this first half. Ball is inbounded to Gaikowski. Back over to that's Trip Gaikowski. Out to Lavacek. Lava trying to get down the lane. And we're going to get a charge. Nice job by Josh Donnell. Could see him setting up, and that's what you do against the big guy trying to go downhill. Get in front of him, take a charge. And Lavacek will pick up his second. Nice job by Donnell. Taking that. Redmond come back down. Stickland with the ball. 1:49 to go. The top of the second. Dribbles through. Stops. Nowhere to go. Back over to Levi. Nelson down the lane. Little floater. Can't get it to go. Rebounded. Taken out of there. Wallaber will bring it down the floor here. 1:33 to go. Wallaber got by Bryant. We'll get a foul call. That's going to be on Flute. Once he made that little jab step and got by him. And we'll get a free throws coming here. Flute going to pick up his second. 1:31 to go here. Assume he'll come out of the ball game. Not want to pick up any silly fouls here. With the first free throw is up, and that one is no good from Wallaber. Flute will come out. Hansen will go back in. 1:31 to go. 20-19 yet. That 1 point lead. Wallaber trying to make it more on the Stilson service scoreboard as he's at the free throw line for a second. Wallaber with 4 points. He knocks that one down. 1:29. Back to Stickland. He'll fire up a three. Hits the front of the rim short right into Hansen. Hansen got the rebound. Back over to Bryant. Bryant nowhere to go. Now he's looking to get it back to Hansen. Right at the free throw line. That one goes. Hit the front of the rim and rolled around and got it to go. 6 points for Hansen coming all here in the second quarter, and it's back to a tie ball game. 21-21. A minute to play here in the first half. Pass over to the left wing to Tegan. Tegan, spin move. No, it's stolen by Stickland. Stickland trying to go coast to coast, and he'll put it in for 2. 2 more points for Carter Stickland, and the steal coming. It's a 2-point lead here for the Redmen. 23-21, 40 seconds to go in the first half. Left side over to Trip Gaikowski. Little pull back, now gets it back to the top of the key. Lost it. Stickland ends up coming up with it. He is going to be fouled. And that will be the 4th foul for the team. And that was just kind of, I think, a foul. I'm not sure Stickland was actually going to go coast to coast. Kind of fouled him back there at mid-court. It's going to be Tegan Gaikowski picking up his second. 34 seconds to go here, assuming the Redmen are going to try to take the last shot here this first half. They have a 2-point lead. Stickland gets it over, and it's going to be, they're going to talk about it. The Spigler's saying it's out on Redmond, and the black is, I think it's going to be Sisseton basketball. I think Horse had a better look. No, they're going to say they're going to stick with it, and that's just not a way that you end the first half. Even if you're making that pass, you got to be careful in those situations. You're trying to take advantage. So Redmond going to try to play a solid defense here to finish out this first half. 20 seconds to go. 2-point lead. Waubay with the ball, top of the key. They're going to try to take the last shot now here with Aker. Aker picked it up to Waubay. Lavacek is on the bench, so now they'll look to Waubay. He's the second leading scorer trying to get through, and a foul is going to be called, but that's going to send them to the free throw line. Josh playing pretty good defense there, trying to step out in front, but they will call the foul. It'll be his first. 2 free throws coming from Waubay. He's 1 of 2. He's got 5 points in the ball game. He hits the first one. Cooper Ebsen coming in. Checking out is going to be Tegan Gaikowski. Tegan's got 2 fouls as well. Second free throw on the way is up. That one's good. So Waubay knocking both of those down. He'll come out of the ball game. 4.9 seconds left. They'll get it into Levi's hands. Levi going to dribble through. Little floater. Oh, nice look at the buzzer. A little bit too much. And we're all tied up here at the half. 23-23. We'll take a break. Back in 3 minutes on Superstar Country B103.
Sisseton Livestock Auction, always a proud supporter of all high school activities, including the arts, speech, sports, and music. All classes provide a very important part of learning. Sisseton Livestock recognizes parents, coaches, and teachers for representing our school and community. Congratulations for your achievement. It takes a great effort and teamwork from everyone to be there. Good luck in your game. From everyone at the Sisseton Livestock Auction.
Edgewood Vista in Sisseton provides complete living and care solutions for seniors and does their best to make sure each resident can keep and sustain a healthy and fulfilling life with their stay. Residents have as much independence as they want and as little or as much care as they need. Edgewood Vista is an assisted living community that feels like home, providing the help you need when you need it. Edgewood Vista in Sisseton, where home and health care meet.
Data limits and slow speeds holding your home and devices back from their potential? Venture Communications is ready to help make your smart home with their extreme Wi-Fi coverage. No data limits for all of your smart home needs, including camera systems, remote thermostat controls, and streaming needs. Free email address too. Equipment provided and maintained by Venture Communications for worry-free Wi-Fi. To get extreme Wi-Fi coverage, whether you venture in or around your home, contact Venture Communications 852-2224 or online at www.venturecom.net.
Long Auger Stack Movers and Roll-Off is this area's favorite stack movers. Call Doug for your over-the-road stack moving from the field to the farm. We'll get her done. Long Augers also has this area's favorite roll-off service. Let them know when you need a roll-off dumpster. They'll drop it when and where you need it and haul away when you're ready. Long Augers are also custom combiners. Call Doug for custom combining details. Long Auger Stack Movers and Roll-Off in Sisseton. You call, we haul. Call 698-4842. Good luck, Redmond, from Long Auger Stack Movers and Roll-Off.
Teals Market in Sisseton are proud supporters of the Sisseton Redmond. Teals Market has been in the grocery business for over 70 years and spans 4 generations. They're your full-service supermarket in Sisseton, with weekly specials in every department. Teals Market wishes the best of luck to the Sisseton Redmen in tonight's game. They're behind you all the way.
At Woodland Cabinetry in Sisseton, we don't just build cabinets, we build futures. As an employee-owned company, every team member has a stake in our success. That means more pride in the work, more dedication to quality, and more reason to go that extra mile. Whether you're looking for a great place to work or custom cabinetry made with care, Woodland Cabinetry delivers. Stop by or visit woodlandcabinetry.com and see what employee ownership really looks like.
Superstar Country B103. Fire alarms are going off here in the gym. I don't see anyone panicking and running out as though they feel there's a fire. But so we'll keep it right here. Go through some of your halftime stats as they probably try to track down who was the kid that got dared to do what. That's my guess, but I'm not sure. Well, there's a few people moving out. Anyways, we'll stay right here. 23-23 here at the half. We'll go through some halftime scores for Waubay Summit. They were led by Lavacek, 11 points for him. Wallaber was 7 points, 3 points for Paraboom, and 2 points for Campbell. Waubay Summit was 4 of 5 from the free throw line and had $5, one three-pointer that's going from Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union to the Country Tractor Run. As for the Redmen, they were led by Carter Stickland with 14 points in that first half. 3 three-pointers, fouled on one and made those free throws, but 14 points overall. 6 points for Brett Hansen and 3 points for Derek Flute. The Redmen were 3 of 3 from the free throw line and had $20 total going from Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union to the Country Tractor Run for a total of 25 there in that first half for the combined teams total. Redmen, Waubay Summit outscored Sisseton 14-12 in the first quarter, and Sisseton outscored Waubay Summit 11-9 in the second quarter to give us a halftime score all tied up again at 23 apiece. We're at the half. We'll take another break. Back in 3 minutes on Superstar Country B103.
Teamwork makes all the difference on the field and in your financial future. Kelsch, Crees & Associates in Sisseton is proud to support our Redmond athletes. Whether it's tax preparation, accounting, or financial planning, their experienced team works hard to give you the guidance and confidence you need. Just like our student athletes, they know success comes from preparation and dedication. Kelsch, Crees & Associates in Sisseton, proud supporters of Redmond sports and proud to be a part of this great community.
Lewis Family Drug is your one-stop location. In addition to quality prescription and non-prescription drugs with free delivery, Lewis has a huge selection of everyday basics and name brand and specialty items, always at affordable prices. They carry seasonal items, fabric, crafts, and groceries. Shopping at your local Lewis Drug is more simple and more rewarding than ever. Download the Lewis mobile app to add on-the-go convenience to your errands. Lewis Family Drug, everyday savings close to home.
Traverse Electric Cooperative has been powering our rural tri-state area for generations, and now their commitment goes beyond reliable, affordable electricity. They're here with professional electrician services too. From installations and repairs to maintenance, Traverse Electric's licensed and bonded team is ready for your residential, commercial, ag, generator installs, and new building projects. Quality service, hometown values, and a team you can trust. Call Traverse Electric Cooperative today, working together to keep our communities connected.
Dakota Connection C-Store. On your way to the game or coming home from the game, stop at Dakota Connection C-Store for the snacks and drinks everyone wants. And you can top off the tank. Dakota Connection C-Store. Open 8 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week. Friendly smiles and everything you need to make your trip a great memory. Dakota Connection C-Store. Hoping that all of our area teams have a great season.
Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union believes in people helping people. That means putting you first. As your local community-based credit union, they're here to serve your financial needs with personal service and trusted solutions. Visit the newly remodeled office, use the 24-hour ATM, swing by the drive-up window, or stop inside during business hours. Whatever works for you, Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union is here to help. Call or visit today and see how they can improve your financial future. Because at Coteau Valley, you're more than a customer, you're family. Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union, local, trusted, here for you.
Need custom gear? Visit 605 Design and Apparel on Veterans Avenue. They specialize in unique logos and designs with direct transfers and embroidery on t-shirts, hoodies, caps, and have a great selection of Sisseton Redmond apparel in store. Whether it's for your business, school, sports team, family reunion, or party, they'll personalize it with a quick turnaround. For standout designs and speedy service, choose 605 Design and Apparel in Sisseton. Check them out on Facebook today.
Superstar Country B103, also streaming online on YouTube, B103 Radio KBWS. Tied up 23 apiece here at the half. Want to thank all our sponsors, Kills Crease Associates, Lewis Family Drug, Travis Electric Co-op, Dakota Connection C-Store, Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union, 605 Design, Sisseton Courier, Cameron Law Office, First Call Auto Parts Napa, Stilson Service, Dakota Bank, Thielen Auto Body, Sisseton Livestock, Edgewood Vista, Venture Communications, Long Auger Stack Moving, and Teals Market. Sisseton boys, the C squad got a win earlier, 41-27, and JV Waubay Summit getting the best of the Redmen by just 132-31. Kind of a wild ending to it, just on a few plays that happened towards the end. A player saving a ball and throwing it in and goes in for a three and ends up coming down some free throws. The player for Waubay Summit missed one, made the second, and then J.J. Ham made about a three-quarter court to make it a one-point ball game. So free throw playing a big factor in that JV game. We're at 23 apiece here at the half. We'll take one last break. Back in 30 seconds on Superstar Country B103.
The Sisseton Courier does more than the weekly newspaper. They're a high-quality design, custom print service, and office supplies provider. With their wide-format printers, they can print up canvas prints, posters, and banners. They can also design cards like Save the Date, invitations to any occasion, Christmas cards, full-color envelopes, raffle tickets, scratch pads, and much more. No job is too big or too small, and they will beat the price of their competitors, or at least match it. For a quote on pricing and more information, give them a call or stop in to the Sisseton Courier.
Superstar Country B103. A big thank you to Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union for sponsoring tonight's game. For every three-point shot made by either team, they'll donate $5 to the Country Tractor Run. Let's cheer on the players and watch those three-pointers add up to support a great cause. Third quarter about to start underway here with Waubay Summit with the basketball. They'll inbound and get it to Wallaber. Out there guarded by Stickland. Man-to-man defense here for this Redmond squad. Wallaber dishing out to the top of the key. Kind of a little weave out there on top. And Lavacek got in there into the corner, and he almost traveled there. His little spin move. He's looking for a foul. Redmond looking for a travel. It's 2 points. And it's a 2-point lead for the Mustangs. Back over to Nelson. Back to Bryant Brown. Brown to Stickland. Stickland crosses over. Bounce pass to Bryant Brown. Brown looking to skip over to Stickland. Stickland into the corner. Back to Hansen. Crossover by Hansen. Got to the paint. Nope, nowhere to go. Has to get it back over to Nelson. Levi Nelson kicks it back out. Flute, wide open three is good. Derek Flute knocking down a three. $5 more from Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union to the Country Tractor Run. It's a 1-point lead for the Redmonds. 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 26-25 on your Stilson Service scoreboard. Look to get it into Lavacek. They do. Down low into the corner. They try to skip it out. 3-point shot is off the mark. Good box out by Flute. Up to Nelson. Nelson trying to bring the ball down the floor. Up ahead to Hansen. Running the floor beautifully and puts it in for two. Nice transition bucket. Good job from Levi. Seeing Hansen going down the floor. And it's a 3-point lead for the Redmen. Ball out to Tegan Gaikowski. Looking down low. They're trying to make sure Lavacek skip pass goes all the way back over into Tegan Gaikowski. Tegan, his little jump back, and we're going to get a foul called. Foul's going to go on Stickland, his second. Free throw is up. That is good. From Tegan Gaikowski. Second free throw on the way is off the mark. Long rebound. Lavacek got it and is going to get his shot blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mustangs, though. Redmond lead by 2, but the Mustangs with it underneath their own hoop. Wallaber looking for someone at the top of the key. They get it into Campbell. Campbell back out on top. Lovacek going to go baseline, and we're going to get a foul, and it's going to be on the ground. Lovacek just kind of lowers that shoulder and gets around the corner. He'll pick up a foul. Flute's second foul, or excuse me, third foul. Long inbound coming out on top there, and Lovacek going to travel. And that's what the Redmen need to do, is just make sure anytime they can get in front of them and do their best to get him out away from the basket. Big 6'7" frame, turnover, gives it back to the Redmen. Redmen do lead by 2. Nelson dribbling through, little traffic floaters up, no good. Fighting for it, got his own rebound. Back to Flute, three-pointer, off the mark, out the back iron, grabbed out of there by Sticklin. He will dish it back out to Hansen. The Redmen set up the offense here again. A couple of offensive looks into the corner to Hansen. Hansen, nowhere to go, step through, shot is up, off the mark, no good. Rebounded by the Mustangs. So a few good looks there, some good offensive rebound, just not able to get it to go. Back over to Gaikowski. Teagan, back to Wallaber. Wallaber looking over there to Lovacek. Lovacek back out on top. Wallaber, he'll fire up a three. Off the mark, no good. Long rebound into the corner. They're going to save it, but it actually goes into Sticklin's hands. Sticklin looking to push. Now he'll try to drive down the middle back to Brown. Bryant dribbling through, step through, and count it. Bryant Brown sweeping through the lane, drawing some contact, puts it in for 2. We'll head to the free throw line. Five-minute mark here in the third quarter. Bryant Brown at the free throw line. His free throw is up, no good, and rebounded in there by Lovacek. He'll dish it back out, head down to the other end of the court as Teagan Gaikowski brings it down the floor. Back to Lovacek, a little hesitation move, and another foul is going to be called, and that's going to be on Flute, I think. If it is, that could be his 4th. That's his 4th. So Flute picking up 4 fouls. That's going to be a killer because the Redmen already lacking size probably have to go out, and Coach Gross going to take a Dakota Bank timeout and talk about it. We'll break back in 1 minute on Superstar Country B103.
Cameron Law Office is a general practice law firm in Roberts County that has been providing legal services in northeastern South Dakota since 1931. Attorney Aaron Cameron is proud to support all Sisseton Redmen sports. Thank you for your dedication and hard work this year. Cameron Law is proud of all players, coaches, and parents of all teams. Good luck, Redmen, in your game tonight from Cameron Law in Sisseton.
Superstar Country B103, also on YouTube at B103 Radio, KBWS. Derek Flute just picked up his 4th foul with 4:47 to go in the third quarter, assuming Coach Gross really going to have to talk to his team, losing that size. Derek 6'3", the Redmen not with a lot of size the way it is, and you're going against a 6'7" Lovacek who's doing everything in his power to get the basketball and every time down the floor, and the Redmen are going to have to collapse on him and try to force someone else. But at this point, Lovacek has enough size out there with everyone on the floor that he's able to go over the top of most of them. It looks like Bryant Brown's out of the ball game. Carter Deitch will come in for the Redmen, the 6'2" sophomore, and he'll have the duties of guarding Lovacek. Inbound comes out there, and the Redmen fell asleep there, and an easy 2 points for Campbell on the inbound play. 2-point lead. Sisseton still leading 30-28 here. Pass over there to Nelson. Nelson back to Donnell. Donnell going to drive baseline, looking for someone to pass it to. Back to from Deitch to Nelson. Nelson dribbles down the lane, and he is going to have his. They're going to say the ball is. Oh, okay. They pointed the opposite way and wasn't sure how that was possible, but just pointed the wrong direction. So they will. It'll be Redmen basketball. Shot clock will stay at 17. Bounce pass into the corner. Now back over to Stickland, and it's kind of out into the corner, and it's going to say it was last touched by the Redmen. Kind of lost track of it there down the line. It's kind of a sloppy turnover from the Redmen, as Lavacek will bring the ball down the floor here. Dribbles into, then dishes out to the corner to Aker. His three-pointer is up, no good. Rebound in there, offensive rebound. Mustangs will pull it back out and reset up the offense. Doing everything. Wallaber and Lavacek are the two main ones that really run this offense here for the Mustangs. They're going to try to do a little give and go, and it actually goes off the hands of Lavacek. It'll be Redmond basketball. So a couple of turnovers for both squads. Redmond hanging on to a 2-point lead. 3:44 to go in the third quarter here on your Stilson Service scoreboard. Ball over into Deitch. That's Carter. Back over to Stickland. He thought about three. Now he'll try to fire a long one up off the mark. No good. Rebounded in there by the Mustangs. Trying to force it a little bit. Redmond tried to get a little backdoor cut to Lavacek, and he's going to come over here to the corner. Back into the middle to Wallaber. Wallaber is fouled, and a chance at a three-point play. So the Mustangs a chance to take the lead back here. To 30, 3:18 to go in the third. Wallaber at the free throw line. He made his last three in a row. And he makes that one. It's a 1-point lead here. A little bit of press coming from Coach Amdahl and the Mustangs. Stickland picked up the dribble. Back over to Hansen. Now Hansen will try to set it up here, and they're going to play a little 2-3 zone, are the Mustangs. Mustangs in their 2-3, so now Redmond is trying to recognize it here. Back over the top, and the pass is thrown right into the hands of Wallaber. Tried to go over the top, but right into his hands. Wallaber. This little step through move. His shot is no good, and a foul's going to be called. That's going to be on Lavacek. He's trying to go over the top of everyone, but even with that big 6'7" frame, didn't have the position. He'll pick up his third. It'll be the team's second with 2:46 to go in the third. A little full court press here from the Mustangs. They'll inbound it to Nelson. Nelson slowly bringing it down the floor here. Now he'll get it across midcourt into the corner to Donnell. Back to Nelson. Back over to Stickland. Get it back to Nelson. Redmond. Dribble penetrate is the key to attacking the zone. Attack that middle. Ball is knocked away from Donnell. They're fighting for it. Tipped around. Donnell is going to come up with it. A foul should be called. And that's just not a very good call at all. I mean, we're right here in the corner, and one, there should have been a foul on Summit. They hit Donnell, who was going down with the ball, and how the Spigler calls it out on the Redmen is beyond me, and Coach Gross wondering the same thing. I mean, that's just that's right in front of us right here at this end. So it's going to be Mustang basketball. And we'll get a foul over here. That's Campbell picking up a foul, and that'll be his second. We'll see if they continue to press here. They will. Back over here to Stickland. Back to Hansen. Hansen into Nelson. Back over to Stickland. Tried to get it inside. Now he'll bring it back out. He'll stop, fire up a three-pointer. In and out, no good. Rebounded by the Mustangs. Redmond trying to get back on defense. 31-30 is the score. Mustangs on top by 1. 1:44 to go in the third. Little hesitation by Wallaber. He got down the lane and can't get it to go. Rebounded by Donnell. Redmond got to stay in front of Wallaber. He has a little jab step. Stickland back over to Nelson. Levi at the top of the key. Back to Donnell. Pass is knocked away by Wallaber, and a little bit of a break there. Donnell knows it. He had a little bit of a lazier pass and then was knocked out of bounds by Waubay. He was coming across, playing in that 2-3 zone defense are the Mustangs. Derek Flute on the bench with 4 fouls. Stickland, left wing to Nelson. Nelson pulls it back out. Now back over to Stickland. Stickland with 4 seconds to go. Back to Hansen. Long three-pointer off the mark. Hit the rim. Rebounded by Donnell. Three-pointer from Stickland. That one's good. Stickland will give the Redmen a lead back 33-31 with under a minute to play here. $5 more going to the Country Tractor Run from Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union. Waubay, top of the key. They're trying to get a little screen action at the top. Now back to Waubay. Waubay trying to go baseline, and they're going to call another foul to Spigler with the whistle there. Deitch was right there. Carter will pick up his first. That's going to send Waubay to the free throw line. He's made 4 in a row. Chance to tie it up here with 37 seconds to go in the third quarter. Wahlberg's first free throw is good. Nothing but net. 11 points in the ball game for Waubay. 1 point lead. Waubay trying to tie it up. Well, free throw's up. That one's no good. Rebounded by Donnell. Handed off over to Hansen. Redmond, assuming they want the last shot here. 1 second separating shot clock, game clock. 25 and 24. Donnell lost it again, but regained it. Back over to Hansen. Brett over to Nelson. Back to Stickland. Stickland, now he's going to fire up a 3. That's good. A little early in the shot clock, but you got 3 points out of it. 4-point lead. 6 seconds to go. Waubay, you got to assume he's taking it. He'll fire up a long 3 off the mark, and that's the end of the third quarter. Redmond lead 36-32. We'll break back in 1 minute on Superstar Country B103.
When winter hits, your vehicle needs to be ready. First Call Auto, your Napa Auto Parts stores in Sisseton, Webster, and Wheaton has everything you need for safe winter driving. From batteries, wiper blades, and ice melts to antifreeze, winter oil, heaters, and emergency kits, they've got you covered. Stop in today and let the experts at First Call Auto Parts Napa help you get your ride winter ready. First Call Auto Parts Napa in Sisseton, Webster, and Wheaton. Headed out on the road or to the big game? Stop by Stilson Service in Sisseton. Fuel up with top quality Marathon gasoline. Grab your game day snacks, hot coffee or a quick bite, and stock the cooler with ice cold drinks. Hitting the lake? Stilson Service has life bait and fishing supplies too. Locally owned and proud to support our Sisseton Redmond athletes because teamwork and community go hand in hand. Stilson Service, Highway 10, Sisseton. Your one stop for gas, gear, and good times.
Superstar Country B103. We're on YouTube, streaming online at B103 Radio, KBWS. Redmond come back out onto the floor here. It'll be Donnell, Stickland, Nelson, Deitch, and Hansen. Paraboom on the floor with Lavacek, Waubay, and let me see here, Campbell. And we'll get you the other one here, Redmond basketball. They lead by 4. Hansen back over to Donnell. Donnell. Waubay Summit pulled out of that three-point, or that press, but Stickland knocks down another 3. $5 more from Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union to the Country Tractor Run. 39-32, 7:27 to go. Stickland with 23 in the ball game. Lavacek surrounded by the Redmond. Redmond wanting to travel, don't get it, and Brett Hansen able to stay there. The shot was up, no good. Went to the corner, and now the Redmond just need to be smart with the basketball. A lot of time left, obviously, but taking good shots. Flute on the bench, has been since 4:47 to go in that third quarter. Donnell stops, pops right there at the free throw line. Josh Donnell, and we get a timeout on the floor. Timeout. It's a Dakota Bank timeout. We'll take a break with them. back in 30 seconds on Superstar Country B103.
At Dakota Bank, we're proud to be a state-chartered bank with the flexibility to meet your needs and the heart to invest where it matters most, right here at home. Through our Give Where We Live initiative, we're committed to making a positive impact in the communities we serve. From banking and insurance to mortgage and trust services, Dakota Bank is here for customers who value strong, lasting financial relationships, and as always, we're proud supporters of high school sports. Best of luck to all teams. We're cheering you on.
Redmond fans, when life gives your car a tough break, count on Thielen Auto Body in Sisseton to get you back in the game. From dings and dents to full collision repair, Thielen's experienced crew delivers top-notch workmanship with hometown service you can trust. Just like our Redmen, they know the value of teamwork and doing the job right. Thielen Auto Body Shop in Sisseton, proud to stand behind the Sisseton Redmen and proud to keep you rolling strong all season long.
Coach Amdahl taking a Dakota Bank timeout there after that jump shot from Donnell at the free throw line there. Redmond setting up a little press of their own here, 41-32. Now they'll just back off, kind of some token. Levacek will grab the basketball here and bring it down the floor. Expect to see a heavy dose of Levacek and Waubay here, especially Levacek. Try to take advantage there. They're watching no matter where he goes. Into the corner, they get it out on top. Levacek sets the screen, looking for a little give and go. The jump shot is up, no good. Rebound in there by Donnell. Good box out by the Redmen there, giving them a one and done. Nelson back over to Hansen, over to Stickland. Stickland to Nelson. Left wing. Out on top to Donnell. Back over to Stickland, top of the key. Little crossover move, stops, gets it back over to Deitch to Donnell. So rotating around, 9 seconds to go. Hansen back over to Deitch, lost control of the basketball, flips it up ahead. Waubay coming behind, and they're going to call a foul on Stickland. It'll be on the ground. That'll be his third. So the Redmen were able to take a lot of time off the clock, just trying to get a good look at the end of the shot clock. 5:58 to go here in the fourth quarter, 41-32. Officials talking it over here on the far side there. Still trying to figure out what they're talking about. The shot clock, maybe? Not sure. Officials are figuring it out here. Gives us time. Tonight's game just got even more exciting thanks to Caddo Valley Federal Credit Union. For every 3-point shot scored by either team, they'll donate $5 to the Country Tractor Run. Let's cheer on the players and watch those 3-pointers add up in support of a great cause. Redmond doing their part tonight from the 3-point line. Stickland with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them so far for the Redmen. Inbound play coming. Waubay got it in down into the hands of his teammate and can't get it to go. Shot was taken by Aker. No good. Back over. Waubay has it. Now they're looking. Levacek, no one picked him up. How does that happen? Up off the glass, stepping through and putting it in for 2. 15 points in the ball game for Levacek. It's a 7-point lead for the Redmen with 5:39 to go. Pass over to Donnell. Back over to Hansen. Hansen back over to Nelson. Nelson to Hansen. The Redmen around the perimeter here. Stops, little floater. Donnell can't get it to go. An all-white jersey there. Oh, there should have been just about a travel by Levacek. He was able to get rid of it right before he shuffled his feet after that rebound. Levacek, and we're going to get a foul called on Hansen, and you can see the Redmen, they were going to triple team Levacek as soon as he got that basketball. That's going to be Brett's second foul. 5:09 to go. Waubay Summit basketball. Inbounded to Lovacek. Guarded by Deitch out there. Stepping through, and got to be a travel. Going to say contact before he moved his feet, probably right up at the top there. Sisseton fans looking at Flute as he comes to the top of the, or out to the scorer's table to come back into the ball game with his 4 fouls. Carter Deitch picks up his second. Lovacek will head to the free throw line for a pair. He's got 15 points in the ball game. He's 100% from the free throw line, 1 of 1. That one's long. Deitch getting some valuable minutes there for the Redmen. Did a pretty good job in there battling against Lovacek. Flute is back into the ball game for the Redmen. Second free throw is long, no good, but no one boxed out. Well, I shouldn't say no one boxed out. It was a long rebound. Waubay, the Mustangs, got the ball back. They get it over to Wallaber. His shot up and off the glass is good. Wallaber with 2. His first 2 here. Little press coming. Now they'll back off. Stickland will bring the ball down the floor. 41-36. Redmond with the lead on your Stilson service scoreboard. Stickland with the ball. Crossover, now he's trying to get into the paint. Lost control of it, back to Flute. Into the hand, and we're going to get a foul called on Paraboom. That's what the Redmen needed right there. Drawing some fouls down there, attacking the basket, taking some time off the clock. It will reset there. The shot clock will. Foul is going to be called on Paraboom, his second. 4:29 to go in the fourth quarter. And another foul going to be called on 3. Lovacek picks up his 4th foul. I didn't see what it was called or what happened. They're on the opposite end of the floor. So now he's playing with 4. Flute back over to Nelson, and now they'll say he traveled. So Lovacek will check out with those 4 fouls. 4:26. And they're actually, he's bleeding a little bit. He had gotten popped on one of the last possessions anyways, and they'd asked him he's okay, but since he's checking out with that foul, they're going to take a look at it real quick. Wallaber with the basketball. He's been the second offensive force here for this team with 13 points in the ball game. He had the last 2. Back on the left wing, Paraboom looks to get it in, out to the corner to Campbell. Campbell, little floater off the glass, no good, rebounded, actually comes out to Stickland. Stickland will clear it out here with 4 minutes to go in the ball game. 5-point lead for Sisseton. Donnell with the basketball on the left wing. Back over to Hansen. Back to Stickland, and we're going to get a foul called, and that's going to be, that's going to go against Strang. That's his first, so they're going to call a foul reaching in on Stickland. 3 quick fouls here for the Mustangs. Coach Amdahl wanting an explanation. Stickland, left wing, trying to get it down into Flute. Flute, little stop, hesitate, and a foul is called, and they're going to say he's shooting 2. Waubay Summit fans want a jump ball. Redmond fans cheering for the contact. And a foul is going to be called on Newton. That's his 3rd. And Lovacek, Coach Amdahl not going to waste any more time with leaving Lovacek. He got a quick breather. They got him looked at. He'll set to check in after Flute attempts his first free throw here. And that one goes. Shooter's touch. 4 points in the ball game. For Flute. Lovacek back in. Out goes Strang. Second free throw from Flute. It's good. Knocks them both down. get a substitution. Offense and defense. Flute goes out. Carter Deitch back in for the Redmen. He'll have the matchup of Lavacek, who's going to probably bring the ball. No, I thought maybe they'd get the ball to him and have him bring it down the floor, but they'll get it to Wallaber. He was all the way down there. Wallaber out there, guarded by Sticklin, top of the key. They get it to Pearboom. Pearboom back to the right wing. Back out on top to Wallaber. Wallaber trying to drive down. His shot is contested. It's in and out, and a foul is going to be called on Deitch. His third. Wallaber will head to the free throw line. Wallaber 5 of 7 from the free throw line tonight. 13 points into the ball game. First free throw attempt from Wallaber is off the mark. No good. Redmond lead 43-36 on your Stilson service scoreboard. Deitch goes out. Flute back in. 3:17 to go. Lavacek and Flute over here on this near side in the lane. If you're watching on YouTube at KBW B103 Radio KBWS. Second free throw is up. That one's good from Wallaber. And we'll get a timeout called. It's a Dakota Bank timeout. We'll break with them. 43-37. Sisseton on top. Back in 30 seconds on Superstar Country B103.
Sisseton Livestock Auction, always a proud supporter of all high school activities, including the arts, speech, sports, and music. All classes provide a very important part of learning. Sisseton Livestock recognizes parents, coaches, and teachers for representing our school and community. Congratulations for your achievement. It takes a great effort and teamwork from everyone to be there. Good luck in your game from everyone at the Sisseton Livestock Auction.
43-37 on your Stilson service scoreboard. The Redmen have a lead with 3:17 to go here in the contest. Full court press being set up here by the Mustangs as the Redmen come back out onto the floor. Hansen, Nelson, Flute, Sticklin, and Donnell all on the floor here for the Redmen. Lavacek, Wallaber, ball's inbounded to Nelson. Nelson trying to dribble through some traffic, got it over to Hansen. Hansen was tripped up. Now he gets it back over. Sticklin is going to get it across midcourt and finally get it over to Hansen. Hansen was close to getting a carry on that, and right there was three-point shot, long three-point shot early in the shot clock for Derek Flute. One and done. Back into the corner. They're looking for Lavacek. He's going to go one-on-one against Flute. He got right by him. He goes to the rack. They can't stop Lavacek. Seeing some press here. Get it up. Sticklin going to save it on the sideline. Now going to bounce pass it ahead to Flute. They'll get it across midcourt. Coach Gross going to just try to get him to settle down here. Redmond with a 5-point lead. Check that 4-point lead. 2:23 to go. Hansen, top of the key, back over to Sticklin. Now he's going to fire a three off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound by Hansen, and he drew the foul, but it got stuck in the rim. On that possession. Lavacek will jump up and tip it out, but Brett will head to the free throw line for some free throws. 8 points in the ball game for him. His first free throws of the night, trying to extend this Redmond lead here. Free throw is no good. Deitch going to come into the ball game. Flute will come out. Pearboom back into the ball game. Checking out is Teagan. So offense and defense here, both sides for these two coaches. Second free throw is on the way. That one's good. Brett knocks down the second. Now it's a 5-point lead. They get the ball inbound and it's thrown out of bounds. A little pressure there, and they were trying to throw it to Wallaber, and it ends up going out of bounds, and the Redmond will inbound underneath their own hoop. Flute comes back in. Deitch will go out. 2:14 to go here in regulation, and we'll get another substitution. Offense and defense, and Coach Gross also wants a timeout. It's a Dakota Bank timeout. We'll take one with them back in 30 seconds on Superstar Country B103.
Edgeworth Vista in Sisseton
provides complete living and care solutions for seniors and does their best to make sure each resident can keep and sustain a healthy and fulfilling life with their stay. Residents have as much independence as they want and as little or as much care as they need. Edgewood Vista is an assisted living community that feels like home, providing the help you need when you need it. Edgewood Vista in Sisseton, where home and health care meet.
44-39 here, coming out of the Dakota Bank timeout called by Coach Gross. 2:14 to go here in this in the fourth quarter. Each team with 2 timeouts. Redmond lead 44-39 on your Stilson service scoreboard. Redmond have the ball underneath their own hoop. Stickland, Donnell, Nelson, Flute, and Hansen into the ball game for Sisseton. Lavacek, Wallaber, inbound comes out to Donnell. Donnell pulling it back out, picked up his dribble back over to Flute. Redmond just trying to take some time off the clock here. Out on the right side. Now Stickland going to drive through the lane. His shot was no good. Rebounded in there. And it is going to be thrown off of maybe Stickland in the corner. Stickland had gotten to the rack, but just too far underneath. Missed the shot. Then it was a battle going to the corner. And the Mustangs will, or excuse me, the Redmond will swap out. Well, both of them. Pearboom and Tegan Gaikowski keep swapping in and out, just like the Redmond keep swapping out Deitch and Flute, offense, defense. Right now, the Mustangs with the basketball. So Redmond couldn't quite capitalize off of that turnover. Wallaber coming down the floor, and they're going to try to get Lavacek down here. Coach Amdahl trying to get the players lined up where they want. Lavacek dribbling down, little spin move. His shot is up and good. Lavacek, 2 more. 19 points in the ball game. Hansen over to Stickland, who gets it across midcourt. Bounce pass to Hansen. Hansen back over to Stickland. Into the corner to Nelson. He's going to fire up a 3. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Lavacek. And a travel? Nope, almost. He went up high. Redmond one and done. 44-41. 1:17 to go. Here in the ball game, Lavacek trying to go baseline. He's going to get to the rack. He gets his own rebound. His shot is up and is good. Over to Stickland, 1-point game. Back up ahead to Nelson. Nelson back over to Stickland. Ahead to Hansen. Redmond get it across midcourt. Redmond lead by 1, and another timeout called by Coach Gross. We'll keep it right here. Nope, it looks like it's going to be a full timeout. So we'll take a 30-second timeout here on Superstar Country B103.
Data limits and slow speeds holding your home and devices back from their potential? Venture Communications is ready to help make your smart home with their extreme Wi-Fi coverage. No data limits for all of your smart home needs, including camera systems, remote thermostat controls, and streaming needs. Free email address too. Equipment provided and maintained by Venture Communications for worry-free Wi-Fi. To get extreme Wi-Fi coverage, whether you venture in or around your home, contact Venture Communications 852-2224 or online at www.venturecom.net.
Superstar Country B103. You're listening to KBWS, Sisseton, Britton, Webster. So it's a 1-point lead for the Redmond. There's 52 seconds to go here. The Redmond do have the basketball. 5 team fouls for the Mustangs, 4 for Sisseton. So any foul, someone's headed to the free throw line. The Redmond are going to try to get it inbounded. There's 23 seconds on the shot clock, 52 seconds on the game clock. So Redmond need to take care of the basketball and try to get a good look. And defensively, they just need to really try to stop Lavacek. He gets that basketball and gets down low. He's just tough to stop. 15, 17, 18, 21, 22. I'm trying to count my chicken scratch here for him. But it's been a heck of a ball game. 21 points here as the Redmond will inbound it. Donnell back to Hansen. Hansen back over to Stickland. Top of the key. Stickland. And they get a reach-in foul called. They reached in on Stickland there. It actually went off his foot after the reach-in. Waubay Summit wants a foul or wants a out of bounds on Stickland. Redmond fans cheering for the foul. Stickland will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. 44-43. First free throw from Stickland is good. 24 points in the ball game for Stickland. 2-point game. Trying to make it a 3-point with this last free throw here. 45.6 seconds. Free throw is good. Knocks them both down. It's 3-point lead for the Redmen. 44 seconds to go. Passing over the top. They're going to look at Levacek. They're trying to look down. Now they're going to dribble down the paint. Little floaters up. That one somehow goes. I don't know how it went. The floater went for him, and that's only the first basket of the ball game for Evan Aker. We'll keep it right here. 31 seconds to go here in the ball game. 46-45. Redmond lead by 1. Any foul sends Sisseton to the free throw line, and it looks like it's actually going to be a full timeout. We'll still keep it right here. So Redmond needing to inbound the ball, and anyone that's watched the Redmond, they've done a good job tonight, but that's kind of been the Achilles heel for him this last couple of games here, including how the last one ended. But taking care of the basketball, trying to break that press, but with the shot clock now off, assume the Mustangs are going to try to put pressure on the Redmen, and if the Redmen do get it across midcourt, they'll be forced to foul. Otherwise, you can assume that they will do everything in their power to force a turnover and get it into the hands of Levacek. 21 points for him. 46-45. It's been a good one here in Summit tonight, and we kind of expected it this way. Didn't really talk about it a whole lot, but I know the first thing, just talking with Coach Amdahl before the game, one of the things he said is he expected to be a dogfight, and that's exactly what this has been tonight, is a dogfight. Both teams coming out of their respective huddles. 1-point lead as the Redmen will inbound. Tegan Gaikowski, Wallaber, Levacek, Aker, and also Strang on the floor. Flute, Donnell, Hansen, Stickland, Nelson, all on the floor for the Redmen. And a jump ball. They didn't get it inbounded, and a jump ball is called. Nelson went down right underneath the own hoop trying to save it. And jump ball is going to go to the Mustangs. Mustangs with a chance to take this lead. 29 seconds. Redmond lead by 1. They get it to Levacek. Levacek trying to get it down low. Ball is almost stolen. Little floater from Levacek, no good, and a pass or a foul is going to be called. Or it's going to be out on 2. I thought a foul was called on Aker, but they're going to call it out of bounds on Aker, and the Redmen we're going to get substitutions, so Paraboom and Tegan still switching spots. 21 seconds to go. Redmond lead by 1. See if Sisseton sends anyone deep. They get it over to Stickland. Stickland. Bounce pass over to Nelson. Nelson. And a foul is going to be called. Nelson will be fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line. What an intense game here. Some big free throws coming now for Levi Nelson. Levi's first free throw attempts of the game. 1-point lead for Sisseton, 46-45. 14.6 seconds on the game clock. Foul is going to be called on Strang. Free throw is no good. First free throw is no good. Second free throw coming here. 1 timeout each for both Sisseton and Waubay Summit if either coach decides to use one. Second free throw is off the mark. Rebounded in there and almost lost, and we're going to call they're going to say a timeout was called by Coach Amdahl. There was a possession was kind of lost over there into the corner. And Gaikowski standing right next to Amdahl. We're going to blow the whistle before any of that had happened in that corner. Amdahl got his last time out. It's a full. We're going to keep it here. Too exciting, too close to go away from it. So 46-45. Summit with the basketball. Any foul sends a player to the line. Expect Lovacek to try to get some sort of look at it here. Anyway, any shape, any form for the Mustangs. For the Redmen, just trying to play sound defense, keep your man in front and contest. Obviously, they've been surrounding Lovacek any chance that they've gotten. Flute went out with the foul trouble with 4:47. Has been back in here most of this fourth quarter, or at least the second half of this fourth quarter now. He's the one that's had the duty of trying to stay with Lovacek, but Coach Gross, you can tell as soon as Lovacek gets it, he is surrounded. This is going to be kind of a transition thing as they're going to come down the floor with 11 seconds here and try to get right into their set play. Coach Amdahl still trying to go over his last second instructions as he kind of comes out on the floor with the dry erase board. Wallaber is going to be a big factor in this as well. The 5'10 sophomore will have the duty of getting the ball inbounded. You can see Lovacek, if you're watching on YouTube, he just had a little word, Lovacek over there with Wallaber. Both those guys are sophomores. But you could tell there's some instruction. Those are the two guys that are going to see touches in this game. And you got to be careful if you're Sisseton if nothing to go deep. And we're going to get a timeout called. Coach Gross saw something on that drawn up play. They were getting it inbounded there over to Wallaber. So little cat and mouse game as they go through the inbound plays. If you're Sisseton, you got to be careful that no one goes deep. You're trying to keep them on that side, but you always look for that one player running and streaking down the floor on a fast break that could be left wide open. And so many different situations as a coach, whether you're drawing the play up or whether you're drawing the defense up, of scenarios that you're trying to get 15, 16, 17, and 18-year-old kids to listen and execute. Easier said than done. 11.2 seconds, 46-45 on your Stilson Service scoreboard. Redmond with a 1-point lead. Nobody has any more timeouts, at least in regulation, but with a 1-point game, assuming that will hold true. Paraboom on the floor with Aker, along with Campbell, along with Lovacek and Wallaber. Nelson, Flute, Stickland, Donnell, Hansen. See if they... Hansen standing in the middle there. Now they're going to send one player deep. Now they get it back over to Wallaber. Wallaber driving down the floor with 7 seconds to go. Wallaber in the paint. He's going to stop, and a travel. No, there's a rebound by Hansen, and that's the ball game. I think Wallaber expected some contact there. Coach Amdahl maybe wanted it. Redmond wanted to travel, and it's a shot no good with the Redmond taking a big victory here in Summit, 46-45. The missed shot from Wallaber, the rebound from Hansen, and took off streaking. The Redmen will come away with a big victory in Summit. We'll break back in 3 minutes on Superstar Country B103.
Long Auger Stack Movers and Roll-Off is this area's favorite stack movers. Call Doug for your over-the-road stack moving from the field to the farm. We'll get her done. Long Augers also has this area's favorite roll-off service. Let them know when you need a roll-off dumpster. They'll drop it when and where you need it and haul away when you're ready. Long Augers are also custom combiners. Call Doug for custom combining details. Long Auger Stack Movers and Roll-Off in Sisseton. You call, we haul. Call 698-4842. Good luck, Redmond, from Long Auger Stack Movers and Roll-Off.
Teals Market in Sisseton are proud supporters of the Sisseton Redmond Teals Market.
Market has been in the grocery business for over 70 years and spans 4 generations. They're your full-service supermarket in Sisseton, with weekly specials in every department. Deals Market wishes the best of luck to the Sisseton Redmen in tonight's game. They're behind you all the way.
At Woodland Cabinetry in Sisseton, we don't just build cabinets, we build futures. As an employee-owned company, every team member has a stake in our success. That means more pride in the work, more dedication to quality, and more reason to go that extra mile. Whether you're looking for a great place to work or custom cabinetry made with care, Woodland Cabinetry delivers. Stop by or visit woodlandcabinetry.com and see what employee ownership really looks like.
Teamwork makes all the difference on the field and in your financial future. Kelsch, Kreese & Associates in Sisseton is proud to support our Redmen athletes. Whether it's tax preparation, accounting, or financial planning, their experienced team works hard to give you the guidance and confidence you need. Just like our student athletes, they know success comes from preparation and dedication. Kelsch, Kreese & Associates in Sisseton, proud supporters of Redmen sports and proud to be a part of this great community.
Lewis Family Drug is your one-stop location. In addition to quality prescription and non-prescription drugs with free delivery, Lewis has a huge selection of everyday basics and name brands and specialty items, always at affordable prices. They carry seasonal items, fabrics, crafts, and groceries. Shopping at your local Lewis Drug is more simple and more rewarding than ever. Download the Lewis mobile app to add on-the-go convenience to your errands. Lewis Family Drug, everyday savings close to home.
Traverse Electric Cooperative has been powering our rural tri-state area for generations, and now their commitment goes beyond reliable, affordable electricity. They're here with professional electrician services too. From installations and repairs to maintenance, Traverse Electric's licensed and bonded team is ready for your residential, commercial, ag, generator installs, and new building projects. Quality service, hometown values, and a team you can trust. Call Traverse Electric Cooperative today, working together to keep our communities connected.
Superstar Country B103, Josh Sticklin wrapping things up here on the Thielen Auto Body postgame, where the Redmen have just defeated Waubay Summit 46-45 in a tight one here in Summit, and kind of a heartbreaker if you're a Waubay Summit fan. Right at the end of the game, had a chance, just didn't get it to go. And if you're a Redmen fan, just happy to get a great victory there. Redmen, as a Redmen fan, they've had a few moments like this. They got a win against Tri-State last week, but just didn't close it out very good. And in the Parkston game, you could tell that they definitely could have taken some things away from that game where they weren't able to finish in Parkston. They did that here tonight in this close one. Handled the press very well at the end of the game, which was a big part of this ending here in this close, tight, good ball game here in Summit. We'll go through some of your post-game stats. First for Waubay Summit. They were led by Lavacek, 21 points for him, 14 points from Wallaber, 3 points from Paraboom, 2 points from Aker, and 2 points from Campbell, 1 point from Tegan Gaikowski. Mustangs were 8 of 14 from the free throw line, had 1 3-pointer worth $5 donated from the Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union to the Country Tractor Run. For the Redmen, they were led by Carter Sticklin, 25 points for him, 6 3-pointers in the ball game. His best game of the year, no doubt. $30 worth from 3-pointers from Carter Sticklin going to Country Tractor Run. 9 points from Brett Hansen, 8 points from Derek Flute, 2 points from Josh Janelle, and 2 points from Bryant Brown. The Redmen were 8 of 11 from the free throw line. Scoring by quarters go like this. Redmen were outscored in that first quarter 14-12. They did outscore the Mustangs 11-9 in that second quarter, tied up at 23 apiece at halftime. In that third quarter, Redmen outscored the Mustangs 13-9 to give it a 36-32 lead after 3 quarters of play. And in that fourth quarter, we're able to hold on to it. The Mustangs did outscore the Redmen 13-10. but did hold on for the victory, 46-45. 45 total dollars also going from Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union being donated to the Country Tractor Run for three-pointers made here tonight. Good win for the Redmen. They'll take the floor again this Thursday against Ron Colley. You can hear right here on Superstar Country B103. Waubay Summit, their next game will be Friday at Ipswich. So making the trek out to Ipswich. So we'll catch us again on Thursday night where we'll take on Ron Colley right here on Superstar Country B103. Also streaming online at B103 Radio KBWS. I want to thank all our sponsors for making these broadcasts possible. Kels Crease and Associates, Lewis Family Drug, Travers Electric Co-op, Dakota Connection C-Store, Coteau Valley Federal Credit Union, 605 Design, Sisseton Courier, Cameron Law Office, First Call Auto Parts Napa, Stilson Service, Dakota Bank, Thielen Auto Body, Sisseton Livestock, Edgewood Vista, Venture Communications, Long Auger Stack Moving, and Teal's Market. I want to thank Ashley back producing the show, for Kelly running the camera. I'm Josh Stickland saying goodnight one final time here. Your score from Summit. Sisseton defeats Waubay Summit 46-45. Good night, everyone.